Okay, this is Brian again from A1 Comics. We're doing a little show this morning on some books that we have prepared for grading or are about ready to have sent off to have some pressing and done for grading. And just as a way of introduction, I'm the owner of A1 Comics, sometimes known as a head grader on our Instagram sales, where I try to maintain an invisible presence. Actually, most people just know me as Lanvin's dad, and that's okay too. That's actually the title that I prefer the most. So Lanvin's my son. He's here today with Wes. We're putting all this together. Lanvin and Wes do an excellent job with our Instagram sales on Wednesday and Friday. You should check them out. Even if you don't buy anything, they're just fun to watch and quite often very informative. So we have a lot of fun with that and enjoy meeting all the people across the country that we've been selling books to. But today we're talking about different books that we're going to be sending off to CGC. In this instance, what I have right here is Savage Tales #1, an early 70s Marvel magazine, I guess I should say. Proper vernacular is important here at A1 Comics. But this is one that a lot of people missed. It was not put out in the comic rack in the 1970s. Or actually, you know, we should check the date on this because I may be wrong, but I'm not. It's May of 1971, so very early 70s. This actually was out on the magazine rack as opposed to the comic spinner rack, where most of us that were kids back then were getting our comics. So a lot of people just missed this. It's not a rare book, but certainly uncommon. You see #2 much more frequently than this one, and of course from 3 on up you see it a lot. And then when they switched over and started doing Savage Sword of Conan, well, that book is very, very common. So this is an excellent book from early 70s. Marvel magazines are starting to gain a lot of traction for their collectability right now. There's a lot of excellent original material in them. There's some great artists, some very good writing, and this one has a stunning cover. So this is a book that we bought in a collection. It's actually very nice to begin with. There was not a lot wrong with it. You can see for a square bound, it is very square. And it seems like that would be sort of the norm, but it's not. Quite often, this squared edge is scrunched, or it's rolled over, or there's some other defect with it. This one is very nice. You can see both the date and the title right there very easily, right on the edge. That's where it should be, not on the back cover, not rolled halfway onto the front cover. So this is very, very nice. It has very few problems. The edges are all very good. The corners are very good. There's a couple very, very light color breaking creases. There's a vertical one right here along this upper right hand edge. But it's really a very nice book. If you flip it over again, look at the back cover, same thing, very clean. This blue ad is quite often where you'll see fingerprints and leftover stuff from people that were reading the book. This book is very clean, and it was very clean when we purchased it. We did a little bit of cleaning on it. We did have it pressed by a guy that's really, really good at this, and he did an excellent job. With square bound books in particular, you have to be very careful because of the staples. You've got the 2 staple legs underneath the back cover right here. If you press incorrectly, they're going to pop through. On the front side, rolling this back around, same thing. If you've got the head of the staple here, you've got another one down here. This one down here, I don't even see any evidence of it in the cover. This one, just a little bit of leftover from the book before it was pressed. And quite often when these come off the printing press after they're put together, you're going to have indentations on front cover and back cover where the staples are. And then because the book is raised a little bit in that area, that's where they tend to attract the most dirt. So then cleaning that area above the staples on both sides can be certainly tedious, and you got to be very careful that you actually don't puncture through the cover. So this one survived on all counts. It's an excellent book, and it'll be very, very fun to see what kind of grade we get back from it on CGC.